that it was the lowest, but I now see shame and guilt are the lowest because of, like you said, that lack of awareness. Apathy is when it becomes awareness and it's just nothing I can do, you know? Life sucks. Everyone's evil. Like, it's apathy, it's just despair, but not despair as in, oh God, it's terrible. It's just despair as in, well, what can I do? There's nothing to do. So you're hopeless. Like, you don't have any conscious feeling that you could improve or grow or adapt. It just feels like what is, and that existence is all that will ever be. Like, it's always interesting to me because I still think of apathy as the lowest form of vibration in theory, because, like, it's just nothing. Like, I don't think of it as love and hate. I think of it as love and apathy. Like I said, because hate is still higher than apathy, because hate is triggering a stimulus. Apathy really is just like, it's just blank. It's why I don't like people who try to use apathy as their excuse to call it presence. Apathy and presence is not the same. Presence is being aware, taking what's in, and being present to that moment. Apathy is blocking it all out, just being like, whatever, it doesn't matter, I don't care. It's not being present to the moment. It's almost like the opposite of presence. It's like complete resistance. Apathy means you're completely rejecting the moment because you don't feel like anything positive could come from it or anything could make you benefit. So you're just, it's hopeless. You're just full of despair and pain. It's still those pain bodies. And I guess when those pain bodies are at an extreme enough level that it's hard for people to, like, even imagine that it would ever go away, or they would ever be able to get to a place where it's not so bad. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's how I word it.
Apathy.
According to Wikipedia, apathy is a lack of feeling, emotion, interest, or concern about something.
That's why Tyler will always make references to apathy being the lowest, as in, I don't care, or like when you're enlightened, like, fine, I don't care. But it's like, it's two completely different things. There's people use the word apathy as if it's like this enlightenment where you're neutral and don't care, but really it's just people pushing away their emotions. They're just polarizing what they really do feel, if that makes sense. Which is why despair and hopelessness.
Polarizing makes the most sense for that, and I do remember it being mentioned as like the lowest, but obviously going through the shame and guilt, seeing how they're technically lower. But yeah, definitely being aware and then stuffing it is like, definitely I can see apathy. Whereas the shame and the guilt, you're like dealing with it, kind of trying to cope. Apathy is like ultimate coping, stuffing, like, fuck my life, fuck it. It's not me in control, I can't do anything, so, but I can't accept living like this, so let me just, yeah. Oh, it's still coming back up. I thought I left it down there. Alright, cool. Yeah, fucking everything's evil.
Compartmentalization.
Yeah. And then, of course, if you're stuck in such a bubble of like that stuffing, then yeah, you'd run into despair. And since you've kept yourself at that stagnation, then yeah, that would be hopelessness heavy. Because if you're not trying at all to address any of it, or I don't know, even I think accepting it is what makes it so toxic, to add the despair and hopelessness. Because the ones before was like, oh, like you mentioned, the lack of awareness, but that is, you're fully aware, fully doing it consciously, and then accepting that that's just you being you.